neglected creature trapped in his own nasty matted fur gets a complete makeover. Of all Earth's creatures, dogs may be the most loving, with their happy-go-lucky dispositions and eagerness to follow their owners literally everywhere. It's pretty obvious why they're called man's best friend. As their keepers, it's our duty to protect and care about them the same way they care about us. So when this poor dog was neglected by his owner near Tokyo, it was crucial to rescue him and give him a much-deserved makeover. But as groomers cut away his fur, they were shocked to uncover his true identity. In Tokyo, a volunteer group of groomers were called to an animal shelter to help one particular rescue who'd been abandoned. This scruffy pooch's fur was so matted and dirty when he was discovered, the staff at the shelter couldn't even tell what kind of breed he was. Much of the hair around his body and hind legs had turned to dreadlocks, and no one knew how long he'd been suffering from neglect. Despite his condition, the dog nuzzled up to each of his helpers. He didn't let his condition stop him from showing his naturally friendly nature and sweet temperament, and soon enough his rescuers fell in love. It was as if he knew the groomers were there to help him and not harm him as his previous owner had done. It was time for the makeover to begin. With an electric shaver, they started to shear off the dreadlocked fur around the dog's face, searching for the roots. It was not an easy task. His fur was badly matted, but the shaggy dog was happy to let them work. Groomers finally removed a giant ball-shaped clump of hair from his head and face. They were amazed at how thick his neck was. The dog must have felt a huge weight lifted off his body. When the groomers started working on the dog's torso and lower body, they realized they needed to ditch the electric razor and resort to a stronger tool, gardening shears. They're typically designed for clipping tree branches, but they were the only thing that would work on this pup. Finally, his matted locks began to fall away with each snip. Every clipping revealed more grit and dirt that had been stuck in his thick fur for so long. The groomers needed to wash him multiple times as they continued to cut through the knotted fur that completely covered the pooch. Finally, the dog was trimmed and bathed one last time. The groomers were delighted to discover that there was a standard poodle under all that fur. Look at him after his makeover. That's one happy pup with a new lease on life. It must be such a relief for him to be free of all that extra matted fur. They named him Ginta, which translates to Silver Boy in Japanese, for his shiny, natural coat. Look how happy he is now. It's amazing how just a little bit of love and affection can transform a dog. Share this heartwarming story and pass along the love to your friends.